There it is. Took a minute to have my player wake up. Good morning. It's Friday. Doesn't feel like Friday. During this kind of strange part of the school year, it all just meshes into, or the end of the school year, right? School's over. Everything kind of meshes into one. I have to keep looking to make sure. Whoa, my sound's on. I just need to make sure that I'm keeping track of the days because suddenly the days mesh into one. It's crazy. Hi, good morning. Oh, just everything feels very chaotic. And then a couple people yesterday were saying that I think Jean Marco was saying that the puzzles are extra hard today. So I think we're in for it. Whatever happens, let's just let's dive in. Let's see what happens. Okay. And oh, by the way, did you notice I did not get the haircut? I was thinking I was going to get a haircut and I did not. Just, you get rushing and, doing a million things and you run out of time. So that's okay. Yeah. Hey, Jean-Marco, I just mentioned you because you said that things were tough in this puzzle. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I've got dog, little spoon, iris, water bottle, too close, lens, bent, rod, cone, 1 week, potato, point of view, angle, cup, closing time, oh my gosh, and scoop. Okay, so I see parts of the eye. I see the iris, the lens, and rods and cones. Those go together. They don't. You little bugger. Okay, well, I fell into the trap. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. That's a fantastic little red herring right there, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, gotcha. That was a big gotcha right there. Point of view, angle, a reporter might have like a scoop, an angle. Too close. I don't know. These seem so random. I'm having a hard time making sense of what these are. Dog. Little spoon. What does little spoon have anything to do with this? Are these anagrams? If I were to mix the letters around, does it make other words? Anagrams could be anything. Okay, maybe a scoop of ice cream, a cup of ice cream, a cone of ice cream. Ah, yes, and a potato of ice cream. Maybe a little spoon of ice cream. Seen at an ice cream shop. Okay. Good. Well, apparently there's one that's even easier than that, the yellow category, and I have not had it. So cone, remember rods and cones, iris and lens. I fell right into their trap with that one. Are these song titles? There's a song called Closing Time. Wait a minute. There's a song called Iris, too, by the Goo Goo Dolls. Closing Time was by Semisonic. 1 week was by the Bare Naked Ladies. Oh, shoot. I don't know the other one. Too Close. Point of View. Well, I could see that being a title, too. Let's try both, I guess. Hit songs of 1998. What was Too Close? I don't remember that one. I have, actually, all three of these albums. Closing Time by Semisonic. Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, and then 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies. Oh, is this 5 out of 5 difficulty? All right. Angle. Bent. Right? Like a bent angle. I don't know. One of these needs to be the yellow category, and nothing is saying anything straightforward here. Nothing. Get my reference after. I'm sure whatever it is, it will just... I'm sure I'll laugh at it. Okay, so... a dog leg is like a bend. An angle is a bend. Bent is a bend. And I guess a lens can bend light. Am I way off base there? No. Oh, it is one away. Okay, so we're on to something there. Right? Like a dog leg, bend. And it's one away. So like angle, lens. What? Point of view. Perspective. Angle. Bent? How is bent your perspective? Your point of view, your lens, right? You see life through your lens. I don't know about that one. I'm going to poo-poo that one. Bent? I don't know what you mean by that. Dog, potato, rod, and water bottle? How do those go together? Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Gianmarco, is that the one you did? Hot dog, hot potato, hot rod, and hot water bottle. Oh my gosh, that's great. That's really clever. All right, green category, seen at an ice cream shop. May I take a screenshot of your thing quick? Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Seen at an ice cream shop. A cone, cup, little spoon, and a scoop. Hit songs of 1998, not 1988, 98. I was enjoying music back then as a wee one. I was a product of the 90s. Closing Time by the... I just had it. Semisonic. Closing Time. And then Iris. And I'd give up forever to touch you by the Goo Goo Dolls. 1 week. You still say I'm angry. 1 week since you look at me. Still got the rug burns on both my knees. And then Too Close. I was going to look up that one because I don't remember what that one is. Too Close. By Next. For copyright's sake, I can't play it during the live stream, but maybe after the live stream. Oh, you were telegraphing what you meant. John Michael says, I told you yesterday it was going to be spicy today. Spicy as in hot. Very clever. Ha ha ha. Very clever. Yeah, after the live stream, I'm going to look up that song Too Close. I'll probably go, oh yeah, I know that one. But right now, I just can't play it for copyright's sake. Perspective, that's the yellow category. Usually yellow is the most straightforward, but today I had to kind of wait until the end to find that one because of that word that I'm just not feeling it. Your perspective is your angle, your lens, your point of view, but you're bent? A bent perspective can be described. No, that I don't want anything about a bent perspective. I want a word that is your perspective. Your skew, say skew. Skew's a great word. It's your angle. It's your bias. But you're bent? I don't know. I'm just not all about the yellow category today. I'm gonna poo-poo that one. Yeah, and then oh my gosh, great one, super good use of that fill in the blank in the purple category. Hot dog, hot potato, hot rod, hot water bottle. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Good. Way to telegraph that to me yesterday, but not even tell me. You told me without telling me. I love that. Oh, that's funny. Okay, there it is. Let's play it. House and Doogie Howser. Those were both. So and means it's plural. So MDs maybe. I was gonna say doc, but Doogie Howser was a young doctor. Dessert wine. Is that rosé? Mugful after sledding excursion. Maybe cocoa. You have a mug full of cocoa. I thought like a mug, like in your face, like mug full, like you get snow in your face or something. Dessert wine. If you're whining about, oh, desert. That doesn't say dessert. That says desert. Desert wine. You might whine for water. Complain for water. That's so funny. Instead of, I wonder if that's actually the answer. Because just yesterday, instead of reading stories to my younger kids, they said, will you do shadow puppets? And I did a shadow puppet about a guy that was in the desert and was begging for water, and somebody came up and said, I have water, and then charged him for the water, and then flipped the iPad around and asked for a tip. And he's like in the desert, was begging for water, and he asks for a tip. It's just going to ask you a few questions. That's great. Like yesterday, right? PDQ, ASAP. No. Okay. Let's keep working on it. We haven't even looked at the down yet. Okay, so this one is wrong because mocha on its way down. Coffee and chocolate drink is mocha. Sag. All right, maybe this one is wrong too. It's not rosé because to sag is to droop. 3-point percentage. Your 3-point percent. Oh, that's a stat. Stat. Okay, poofy toy dogs. Maybe poos, because this one goes in the other. Whoopsie. This one go in the other direction is a port. Dessert wine is a port. And then this could be a poo, like a cockapoo or a doodle poo. Organization that employs Jack Ryan in Tom Clancy novels. That's the CIA, right? So what's this? Oh. There it is. One quick bitty little change. That's not poo, it's pom. Pom-pom. Poofy toy dogs. Pomeranians. Pom-poms. House and Doogie Howser for short. MDs, right? Medical doctors. House had very sketchy practices, and then Doogie Howser was only like a young teenager. Played by... oh my gosh, why can't I can see his face? Why can't I think of his name? Help. He had that huge intro at the Grammys at one time, or not the Grammys, the Emmys or the Tonys, whatever that was. Oh my gosh, I can't even think right now. It'll just come to me. I'll be in the middle of the next puzzle. I'll just yell it out. Dessert wine, a port. Mugful after sledding excursion, cocoa. Desert wine. I'm hot. Oh my gosh, I'm using the wrong thing. How did I do this entire puzzle like that? You guys, you got to tell me when my screen looks goofy. A desert wine. I'm hot. Like yesterday. ASAP. As soon as possible. And maybe invent a time machine to do it that fast. Chocolate and coffee drink. Boy, there are a lot of drinks on here. Port, cocoa, mocha. Somebody's thirsty. Get Christina Iverson some water maybe. Okay, to droop is to sag. 3-point percentage. Stat. Poofy toy dogs, familiarly. Palms. An organization that employs Jack Ryan and Tom Clancy novels, the CIA. Cool. All right. And then we play the Wordle. Okay. And you know my house rule. I'm not going to look at the chat. You guys can talk amongst yourselves, but I will not be looking at the chat during the Wordle, just the Wordle. Just because, if somebody spoon feeds me the answer, it's not as fun, right? And so I am going to just productively struggle through this myself. Let's see. We should start off with... How about drain? Okay, a little bit of help. We get the I. And then I'm going to come up with a second non-intersecting word. How about... Well, the one that stands out, I could say typos. And no help from typos. Okay. I see how it is. So can we come up with a third non-intersecting word? Oh, here's one. How about F-L-U-K-E? Fluke. Okay, there's an L and there's an E at the end. Nice. Okay, so let's think. This could be an L word. L-I... Light. No, that has an E on it. So if we do it like that, where it's like a consonant and then an I, that would have to be maybe consonant consonant, or it would have to be E consonant, or an EI consonant. I before E. Well, there's an L there. Well, hold on. We didn't even put the L in. So what if it's something? I-E-L-E. Not as likely. L. Okay. What if it starts with a vowel? While, that's a word. WH. Could be, I was thinking it might be consonant at the beginning. Okay, it's not. That's okay. That's okay. Now all of my ideas about it being an H are out the window. We got 2 more guesses, and John Michael, just you being here is not jinxing me. Okay, so what are we thinking here? It's not a like a consonant L. We know it's not a consonant L. So it either starts with an L or it's blank blank L and it's not an I at the end. So it's some other letter. What about the I? Where does the I go? So if it started with an L, it goes L-I. Would have to go L-I. Ligme. What's ligme? I didn't mind the idea that it had another E in it. No, that's not where the I goes. Is that how you spell levy? I feel like levy has just a double E. Okay, didn't expect that. Okay, so that tells me a few things. First off, this is an I word. And then there's something in there. And then the L has to go here. And then another something. Gosh, I wish we just had one more letter. This one's just not standing out to me. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, it does not start with an L. It goes blank I. I had those two backwards. And then it has to be an L here. And then something else, and then E. Millie. Oh, wait a minute. That's a word. Bilge, like a bilge pump. Oh gosh, we're on our last guess though. What if it's not bilge? Okay, we haven't guessed a G, we haven't guessed a B. I has to go there. L has to go there. And E has to go there. Could there be other words that do that? I have such a streak on the line here. I don't want to... let's do it. Let's just find out. Let's just do it. Oh my gosh. I didn't like that. Not because I don't know what a bilge is, right? Bilge pump for a boat. You know, it tosses water out automatically like a sump pump for a boat. The reason I didn't like it is because I had everything on the line. Look at this. I've played 168 times. I have a 100% win ratio. 123 streak. I know. I almost lost again. A bilge is also a dog? John Marco says, I don't believe you saying I'm not some bad luck. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so that's so funny. Actually, the word that we started with kind of relates to the actual word, drain, right? A drain evacuates water. So does a bilge. A bilge pump evacuates water. So we started with drain. It gave us the I. And then typos, no help at all. If I had guessed something with a B or a G, we'd have just incrementally that much more help, but we didn't. And then we did fluke, right? 3 non-intersecting words that don't use all the same letters. So we had, 15 of the 26 letters already knocked out. Then I started mixing words around, letters around, trying to find out where the I and the L go, but also trying to find out what other 2 letters go in there. With while, we figured out that it's not an I or an L in those places. And then leave, L-I-E-V-E. I've actually never heard it spelled like that. That's so interesting. Hold on. I'm going to look that one up. Okay. Leave is not a standard English word. It may be a misspelling, a variant of another word. Okay. Well, the Wordle tends to think that it is. Levy, I don't know. Gentle, L-I-E-V-E, Cambridge Dictionary, not strong or rough, gentle. Okay. Well, maybe it's a borrowed word or something, but apparently that's a word. Who knew that? I never did. And then that means that the I goes there, the L goes there. It has to go. It can't go anywhere else. And then so with the letters that were left, came up with bilge. I know. Yeah, took the Chevy to the levee. How you doing, Lightbow? Welcome. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we threw it all on the line there. Hopefully we get a little more luck, a little more reprieve. Okay, let's fix this so you can actually see the words. There we go. Okay. Scattering petals. Scattering petals. So if anybody's new and you haven't played the Strands before, think of it like a word search. We're looking for words hidden inside here, except they don't just go left and right, up and down. They snake around in any direction you want. Scattering petals. All of the words are based on this kind of loose theme, scattering petals. What could that mean? I see rose. Okay. All right. If I'm not sure what it is, I like to look in corners. Sometimes corners give it away. Like, for example, maybe poppy. Okay. Scattering petals. Rose petals. Poppies. 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 Poppies Petunia. Here's flower. Flower. I bet you this is the spangram. Flower. Flower what? Flower garden? I can't, there's no R right here. I don't know. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Azalea? I'm not spelling that right. It's Azalea, but I don't know how to spell that. Oh, I see. Girls. Here, flower girls. Flower girls. Flower girls. Violets. Violet. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. Oh, of course, Daisy. And then there are two more here. Azalea, there we go. And then the lily. Beautiful. And then the spangram itself kind of makes a flower shape. Kind of. So sad. Once my husband got me a bouquet and my mother-in-law threw them out. That's so sad. Well, you deserve more flowers. Scattering petals. Flower girls. Petunia, rose, poppy, lily, azalea, daisy, and violet. Cool. She's a silly Billy. All right. Well, good. Good. All right, and let's play Letterboxed. All right. Today's a normal puzzle. We have to solve it in 5 today. I see an N, R, U, F, G, and H, C, T, and A. So we can't do TCH words because T and C are on the same side. I see L, I, and Y. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Oh gosh, there's no E. Oh boy. Okay, star. Reel it in, buddy. There's no M. Can't play that. You're just gonna be silly. Let's play the games. Let's have fun here. You don't want to showboat like that. Oh, what a stellar word. Training. Training. We can't do LY words. Look, wouldn't that be fun if we could do LY words? Training. See, I would want to do TCH for like clutch. Can't do TCH. Is that how you spell that? Can't do the AT anyway. That doesn't add any letters, though. Graft. What can we do with this G here? Gulch. That's a good word. Gulch. There's no W, or I could say halfway. I could just say half. That's okay. We have to do it in 5. So we'll just do... How about fry? There we go. Fry. Nice. Okay. Awesome. We did it in 4 today. I shouldn't scroll. It always goofs up my look here. So the word training the G led us to gulch, and then the H led us to half, and then the F led us to fry. What was the puzzle yesterday? Okay, so they solved it yesterday with boulevard and dits. Ha! That's funny. Dits. Ditsy. Yeah, not too bad today. Not too bad. Training, gulch, half, and fry. All right. Well, let's recap. Scene at an ice cream shop. Cone, cup, little spoon, right? Little sample spoons, and a scoop. Hit songs of the 1998 year. That was Closing Time by Semisonic. I have that album. Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. I have that album. 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies. I also have that album. And then Too Close. I had to look that one up. Too Close by Next. I'm sure the second we get off the stream and I click play on this tab that I have open in the other tab, I'll be able to hear it and I'll go, oh, duh, I know that one. But maybe look at that one on your own time. I could sing all the other ones, but I I can't play that one. I just don't know. All right, and then the yellow category should be the most straightforward, but there is a chink in the armor, I guess. Angle, lens, point of view. Those are different perspectives, right? You have an angle, you have a lens, you have a point of view. Bent? No. My kids love quoting that one meme. They're going, ha, 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 no. Do you want to build a snowman? Ha, 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 no. My kids quote that one all the time. Anytime that somebody brings up an idea and they're like, yeah, I want to do that. And somebody else goes, ha, 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 no. So this one gets a ha, ha, no as well. Bent. I'm not all about that. Bent. Not feeling it. It's your bias. It's your skew. It's your bent. No. Nope. I poo-poo that one. The purple category was hot blank, hot dog, hot potato, hot rod, and hot water bottle. I laughed out loud when I saw that one. I love that. That's a great one. Okay. And then here, this one, you guys should have told me right in the middle that the mini crossword was not fitting your screen. If you look at it and it doesn't fit your screen, tell me so I can fix it. I've got a button. I push the right button. Maybe I have to scroll a little bit if there's a New York Times offer I need to scroll past or something. But I always want to make it look the best for you guys. So House, right? TV doctor and Doogie Howser, both are medical doctors. Okay, this is going to drive me absolutely bonkers until I look it up. Oh my gosh, Neil Patrick Harris. That was like legitimately bugging me. I was like, what the heck? Why can't I think of this guy's name? Neil Patrick Harris, fantastic actor. He got his start way early in life. One of his early roles was Doogie Howser. He was like a young teenager, brain genius kind of doctor, super, super smart. And that was on TV when I was a kid. Doogie Howser. Dessert wine, port. Mug full after a sledding excursion. Yeah, do you want a nice hot cup of cocoa? And then instead of desert wine, this is dessert. Instead of dessert wine, this is a desert wine. I'm hot. Like yesterday. When do you want this? Like yesterday. ASAP. Which is funny. ASAP to me seems less urgent. I need this yesterday. Oh, I'll get on it. Right? PDQ, pretty darn quick. ASAP is just like, yeah, when you get to it, please get it, done as fast as you can. ASAP. Chocolate and coffee drink, mocha. Just a couple different drinks on here. Somebody's thirsty. Sag, to droop. 3-point percentage, for example, is a stat. Poofy toy dogs, poms. Right? Pom-poms or Pomeranians. Organization that employs Jack Ryan in Tom Clancy novels, the CIA. All right. Gianmarco, honestly, maybe you are bad luck. I don't know. We should just admit that you're bad luck? I don't know. No expectations for tomorrow? Okay. He's just going to be totally quiet about it. You're not telegraphing any moves for me? You're not like giving away the answer or something? I hope not. He kind of slipped one to me yesterday. I didn't even realize it. Gianmarco can see the future, so if you need any like predictions of anything, just hit him up. He's pretty smart like that. So in the Wordle today, I started with the word drain, and that gave us the I. Drain is actually really funny because it does help with the actual answer, bilge. Because a bilge, I'll pull it up and I'll show you maybe. A bilge, the outer surface of a ship's hull where the bottom curves to meet the vertical sides. Okay. And I always think of it like the pump that gets the water out of that area. It's the lowest part of the ship where the bottom curves to meet the sides. The bilge. I have experience with that word because my grandpa sailing. He had a sailboat, and every ship, just in case, has a bilge pump, which takes all the water out of the bottom area, that area where the water hits the actual boat, and dumps out water occasionally. The water just gets in sometimes, and that little pump gets water out. Drain. So I started with drain, typos, and fluke, 3 non-intersecting words. So 15 letters out of the way. It gave me the L, the I, and the E in the right place, but then it was downhill from there because I tried while, and it told me the I and the L were in the wrong place still. And then leave. I'm going to say leave, right? It means gentle, soft, suave. I had to look it up. This was one of those moments where I'm typing in, hitting enter, and that one did actually come up. It's a dangerous game to play because, you run out of guesses pretty quick doing that. But the L was still in the wrong place, so the only place left for the L was in the middle. And then I'm like, what consonants go together to do this? And I thought of bilge. Lucky that was it, because if it wasn't, I would break my 123-day streak and 100% win ratio too. My win percentage has not failed. This non-intersecting word strategy works very, very well. All right. And then we played the Strands puzzle, our funny little snaking word search. You can see right there, flower girls. That's funny. Wolf. Why is wolf so prominent right there? Flower girls. And I saw the words petunia, rose, poppy. What's this? Azalea, lily, daisy, and violet. Scattering petals. That's funny. I don't know if you would scatter all those petals. You'd probably just scatter like rose petals, right? That's the only one I would think to do. All right. And then letterboxed. We did the word training. Great word. Lightbow, thank you for that. And then gulch I thought of. I used to think that gulch had a T in it, TCH. But I was coming up with words that didn't have a TCH. But I still wanted to use the CH somehow. So gulch. And then the H led us to half. And then fry. Cool. We had to do it in 5 words today. We did it in 4. You can change the date of your computer or laptop to play the games in advance? No. Yeah, it is dangerous for your brain juice. I remember that. You were talking about, expelling or wasting your brain juice. You don't want to do that. I have used that occasionally to go back in time and play old mini crosswords. If I needed to just bide some time and I'm like, oh, what do I do? Let's play one from like 2013 or something. Or, 20, maybe that's too early, 2023 or something. And I was able to punch that in with the date slightly changed. So that is a way you can do it. I don't recommend it to do future. I never even occurred to me to play a future puzzle. I don't like that idea. Hey, Life, how you doing? Well, sadly, we're about to end, so I'm glad you came, but maybe rewind the puzzle live stream to see what we did. But we just barely recapped all of our puzzles. You guys are great. Enjoy your weekend, right? It's Friday. Some of us are just barely starting our Friday. We're going to get some projects done. Some of us are, in the thick of it. We're trying to finish things up and maybe go to bed soon, right? It's amazing. I have people watching from all over the world. I love that. People just watch my live streams from different countries, different places in the U.S., different, in Canada, lots of different places. So thanks for tuning in. Wherever you are, whatever part of Friday you're in, maybe you're in Saturday already. I guess that's possible. But I hope you just get to enjoy the rest of your day and great start to the weekend. You guys are awesome. I will catch you on the next one. See ya.